Little girl held an umbrella over a biker fixing his Harley. What happened next shocked everyone. The rain fell in silver sheets over Cedar Falls, Iowa, a steady, cold rhythm tapping against the porch roof of Ruth's old Victorian house. 7-year-old Lily pressed her nose against the foggy window pane, watching the world blur into watercolor. That's when she saw him. A man in black leather, hunched over a gleaming Harley Davidson, stalled at the curb. Rain soaked through his jacket as he wrestled with the engine, his shoulders tight with frustration. Lightning flashed, illuminating the eagle patch on his vest, the tattoos snaking up his arms. Lily's grandmother appeared beside her, hand resting protectively on her shoulder. "Come away from the window, sweetheart," Ruth murmured, her voice edged with tension. "Those motorcycle people, they're not like us. You see them on the news, troublemakers, drifters. Best to stay inside where it's safe." But Lily didn't see danger. She saw a man getting drenched. While Ruth busied herself in the kitchen, Lily slipped outside, a bright yellow umbrella clutched in her small hands. The rain soaked her sneakers instantly, but she didn't care. She stepped onto the sidewalk and held the umbrella over the biker's head. Derek froze, wrench in hand. He turned, expecting hostility, suspicion, the usual wary glances. Instead, he found wide brown eyes and a gap-toothed smile beneath a canopy of sunshine yellow. "Your hair was getting wet," Lily said simply. Something cracked open behind Derek's stern expression. For 10 minutes, the little girl stood there as he worked, the umbrella shielding them both. When he shivered, rubbing his bare hands together, Lily pulled off her own knitted gloves, pink with tiny hearts, and pressed them into his palm. "My grandma made these. They're warm." Tears welled in Derek's eyes. He hadn't held anything this gentle in years. Then Ruth appeared on the porch, face pale with panic. "Lily, get inside now!" She yanked her granddaughter away, shooting Derek a look of pure fear. "Stay away from my child," she shouted before dialing 911 with trembling fingers. Sirens cut through the rain minutes later. 2 officers approached Derek cautiously. He stood slowly, hands visible, and explained his dead battery. He showed his license, his registration. The officers found no weapons, no warrants, just a mechanic from Des Moines heading home to see his daughter's school play. Still, one officer sighed. "You should avoid neighborhoods like this, sir. Folks get nervous. Don't take it personal." Derek nodded wearily. As Ruth clutched Lily inside, watching through the blinds, Derek did something unexpected. He walked to the porch, placed the pink gloves gently on the railing, and tucked a folded note beneath them. Then he pushed his Harley silently down the street, disappearing into the gray afternoon. After the police left, Lily retrieved the note. In careful, blocky handwriting, it read, "Dear Lily, thank you for seeing me when others only saw my jacket. Never let the world teach you to fear someone's appearance. Kindness is the bravest thing a person can carry. Keep yours close. Derek." Ruth read the words over Lily's shoulder, and something shifted. That night, as Lily slept clutching the pink gloves, Ruth sat alone in her rocking chair. She thought of her late husband, how the town had whispered when he returned from war with tattoos and a hardened stare, how she'd been the only one who saw the gentleman beneath the scars. Had she become what she once defied? Tears traced paths down her wrinkled cheeks. Prejudice, she realized, wasn't just fear. It was laziness, the easy choice to judge rather than see. And a 7-year-old had shown her the harder, truer path. The next morning, Ruth did something she never imagined. She drove to the motorcycle repair shop on the edge of town. There, she found Derek tightening bolts on his restored Harley. He looked up, wary. Ruth didn't speak at first. She simply placed a still warm apple pie on his workbench, the recipe her husband had loved. "I'm sorry," she said, voice breaking. "My granddaughter, she reminded me of who I used to be." Derek stared at the pie, then at this trembling woman who had called the police on him hours before. Slowly, he nodded. "She's got a good heart," he said softly. "Don't let her lose it." Weeks later, on a sun-drenched afternoon, the entire neighborhood watched as Derek, now welcomed, helped Ruth fix her porch swing.
Children gathered around, unafraid, and Lily sat beside him, sharing a popsicle, her yellow umbrella leaning against the railing like a promise kept. Kindness doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's a small hand holding an umbrella in the rain. Sometimes it's a note left on a porch. Sometimes it's the courage to say, "I was wrong." In a world quick to fear what it doesn't understand, one little girl chose to see a human being instead of a stereotype. And in doing so, she didn't just shelter a stranger from the rain, she washed away the prejudice clouding an entire community. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to ACA Storytales. Your support helps us share stories of hope with millions around the world who need this reminder that compassion can heal even the deepest divides. Tell us in the comments, have you ever been surprised by kindness from an unexpected place? Or had your perspective changed by a child's innocent heart? We read every comment, and your story might inspire our next video. Because in the end, we're all just people trying to stay dry in the rain, hoping someone might hold an umbrella over us when we need it most. Thanks for watching.